to bring your knitting. So thank you so much, Molly. That was so super kind. And I think I just got mohair in my lip gloss because what else? Hi everyone, my name is Natalie, also known as Knitty Natty. Welcome to the 18th episode of the Love and Stitches podcast. Today is Tuesday, May 14th, 2019, and I only know the date because we are testing this week, and today's the 14th and tomorrow is the 15th, which is the last day of testing for the year, and I'm super excited. It is gorgeous here. It is like mid 80s and sunny, which is a little bit hot. Like it's time for summer to start and for school to be out. And next week when my podcast publishes, next Thursday, that will actually be my last day of school. Our last day is on Friday, but my sister is graduating, and so I'm gonna be flying home to see her graduate from high school. So let's get started with some yarny things. First, I am wearing a shawl today. I am taking it off and leaving it off because it is too hot in here for me to wear it, but I wore it to school. This is the Halfmoon Oracle Shawl by Kristen. I think her last name is Lear, and she's Woolen Vine Yarns. I think I've worn this before, but it's really fun. It's got brioche and stockinette and lace, and you use 3 different colors. This is the half moon version, so it's a semicircle, but the full version is a full circle. And I used 3 yarns from Graceland Wool in her Harry Potter club that I did a couple years ago. So all of these yarns have also been made into a granny square because my granny square blanket is all Harry Potter themed, so those are in there as well. But yeah, that's really fun to wear. Sometimes it's hard to wear semicircle shawls, but they stay on your shoulders really, really well. But I like to wear a lot of my shawls like this, so I just do it like super tight and then loosen it up and kind of fluff it. And I think it looks pretty great. This is my favorite style, is to wear like a t-shirt and a shawl. I have a finished object this week, and this is my Everyday Slouchy Beanie by Tristan Molina, who is Dragon Horde Yarn and Dragon Horde Designs. And I use 2 yarns for this, a mohair and a fingering weight. Can you hear a toaster? So the fingering weight is Suburban Stitcher Sock. Oh, my hair is in it. Suburban Stitcher Sock and her color Predictability. And the mohair is from Primrose, and it is called the base is Plume, and it's called Crazy Right Now. So it's actually still wet. I washed it last night and I left it outside to dry while I was at school. I left it like in the shade, so I'm guessing that's why, like, it would have been dry if it was in the sun, but I was worried it would fade if I put it in the sun for that long because I'm gone for like 10 hours and I've had something fade before, so I definitely didn't want to do that. But I will still put it on for you in just a second. I just want to talk about modifications that I made to it. So the first thing for this double brim here is I did not do a provisional cast on. I just cast on I just cast on long tail over 2 needles, and I knit the brim as specified. I just made sure the second half of the brim that would be on the outside, I had an extra row. Next time I think I might do 2 extra rows just so I don't get like a little, like, it's always hard to get the fold over brim like perfectly even, and I think there's still too much fabric on the inside, so I would do 2 more rows on the outside than the inside for next time. And then when I joined it, I just did, like, I picked up 1 loop of the long tail cast on and knit it together to make my fold over brim. And then the other thing I did is I did 1 knit row before I started the increases for the body of the hat. For the body of the hat, I didn't go up to the recommended needle size. I went from a 1 to a 3 instead of a 1 to a 4, which was recommended, because I didn't want too much slouch. And then also I didn't knit as long as was recommended in the pattern. I just did 4.5 inches and then did my decreases as called for in the pattern. And I think it turned out great. And if you're wondering, if you cannot keep that straight, because I can barely keep that straight. My eyes are like crossing right now from all the testing at school. I put it all on my Ravelry project page, and you can find a link to my project page in the description box. So let me see, even though this is wet and woolly smelling, if I can put it on. This is going to be a gift. It is not for me. And it is very woolly smelling. There we go. So yeah, it's still slouchy. It's just not as slouchy. Another 1.5 inches is not, I think, what this person would want. Or I guess it's not what I would want, so I'm just gonna assume that that's what this person would want. But yeah, it's cute. I think I definitely wanna make one of my own. I wanna use this yarn, which is, it's either dyed by Tristan or her mom, Yarn Cafe Creations, and this is from my advent calendar last year. This is the Hufflepuff color, and I'm gonna make my lights fall doing this. Hold on. Here we go. I have this white Fresh Sheets Kid Mohair and Silk from Homespun House that I think would be lovely together, but I don't know when I'm gonna do that. Probably not anytime soon. I'll put that back later. But yeah, it's cute, right? I like it, but it's wet and it smells like wet wool, which I adore, but I don't really want it on my greasy hair that I didn't feel like putting that much dry shampoo in today. I got a haircut too. I don't know if you can tell, but it is shorter. I think it had been like over 6 months or just at 6 months since I got a haircut, so it needed to happen. All right, now I am gonna fix my lights. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. I fixed my lights and I fixed my hair, and I have a whip to show you. So I'm still working on my Ruffled romance sweater, which is a crocheted sweater by Lisa Torrey, who's Coco Crochet Lee. And I am so close. I've been saying that for weeks, but I've just been, I don't know, taking things slow lately as far as knitting and crochet, and work has been really time consuming and we've had a lot going on. So hopefully this summer I'll get to just concentrate, like work will be out of the picture, so then I can focus more on other things. So I am super, super close to finishing the body. I think I have, like, if I do all the rows, let's see, I'm gonna look at where my increases are. I have one more increase to do because I've been adjusting this for my body type so that I'm very A-line, so I made this A-line. And I've got only one more increase, let's see, 6. So I've got one more row, the increase row, 2 plain rounds, and then 3 rounds of ribbing. So 7 more rounds total. But I'm not sure if I'll have enough yarn to do that, just because I increased by so much. I don't know if you can tell just from seeing that side how it fans out, not fans, but like slopes out like that. So let me show you what I have left for the body. Just that. And I did weigh, like I weighed one of my yarns. Oh wait, that's not, is that even right? Where are all these yarns? Where are all these balls of yarns coming from? This is what I have left, like total, but 2 of these are free. They're not connected to the sweater. Let's see which ones are not connected. I know that one is. Okay, so this one, and there has to be another one in here. Well, that's not good. It's gotten all like tangled up here. So one of these, I'm guessing, was part of my sleeve. So when I originally crocheted this sweater, I took it out and I had to take the sleeves out because I adjusted them. So it ended up making the body bigger and the sleeves smaller. So I shouldn't need all of this yarn for the sleeves anymore. So what my strategy is for tonight is I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the sleeves. It's only like 4 or 5 rounds, and then use whatever I have left from the sleeves, add that to the body, and get just as many rows in as I can. I hope that all makes sense because it barely makes sense when I explain it. But yeah, I'm super, super close. Few more rounds, and then there's just gonna be some ribbing like there is at the top, and then that will be done again, and much, much, much more wearable. And I also kept my swatch, so if I need to take this out to get just a little bit more, I definitely can. This is probably, I think it takes me almost 3 grams to make a round. So this is probably like half a round, maybe a little less. I don't know how much this weighs. So yeah, I use my kitchen scale to help me avoid or strategically plan for my knitting and crochet all the time. Even though yarn chicken can be thrilling, it is not always nice. And then I also don't like to rip back projects when I could have like prevented it in the first place, even though I ripped that sweater back. All right, I have a new cast on. So I am working on a sock tutorial, and it is taking me longer than expected. Really, it's taking me as long as should be expected because I'm at a busy part of the school year with it ending, with testing, and me being one of the testing coordinators. It's just been mentally I'm very busy. So mentally I'm having a hard time like writing patterns and making videos right now, as you can see right here. But I did start on my sock tutorial. So this is gonna be, haven't exactly decided the format. I think I'm gonna have 3 videos for each version of a sock. So 3 videos for cuff down and 3 for toe up. And then 1 video for an afterthought heel. That's my plan right now. The afterthought heel would work for both the toe up and cuff down. And the reason for that is I can do an afterthought heel, but most of the time I actually do a fish lips kiss heel. They end up giving you really similar results, like how you wear them, but I can't show you a video of me doing the fish lips kiss heel because it belongs to somebody. That's somebody's intellectual property. An afterthought heel is more like the heel flap and gusset. You know, it's a technique that so many people do and put in their patterns, and it's not really originated to one person. I'm sure if we like tracked it back, there is an originator for that, but like it's been such a technique for so long that nobody gets upset if you make a video for that. So, and I know there is one person who is the inventor of the fish lips kiss heel, and so I just couldn't do that without their permission. So no video of fish lips kiss, but you will get one for afterthought. At least that is my plan right now. So I've started the cuff down sock, and I have finished making my tutorial for how I cast on and get going on magic loop and do the ribbing. So I've got little like tidbits and stuff in there. I also show you how I do my cast on with over 2 needles. I hold them like this. So you'll get to see that very soon. And this yarn is Leading in Fiber Arts, and the colorway is called Yarn Hoarder. I don't really love how my lights are being today. Should have taken a little more time to set up, but I have a picture of this yarn on my Instagram that represents it perfectly, and it is so pretty. And then I did start the toe up version, but when I was doing that video that day, I was having a super hard time explaining how to do what is it called? The cast on that you do for toe up socks. Judy's Magic Cast On. I was having a hard time explaining that, and so I recorded it several times, and I haven't gone back yet to watch it and make sure it's usable. So all I've done is this, because in my tutorial I like show you this part, and then I'm like, I'll be right back, and I'm gonna, you know, do the rest of the increases and stuff. So all I have is this until I can see if that part is usable. But now you can see kind of how it's gonna look in stockinette, and it's really pretty, this yarn. I really, really like it. So that is my new cast on. I've got some socks going, and I'm hoping to get those, like, work on those tutorials a little bit this week. So on the weekend, I can just knit through feet and legs and get the rest of the sock tutorials finished. I'm really excited to do that. All right, I have a little bit of happy mail this week that I want to share with you. And these are all things that I ordered in the past week, I guess. So the first are 2 progress keepers from Simply Serving. I believe she's Simply Serving on Etsy, but Simply Serving HK on Instagram. Or the opposite, I will put it down below so you can see. But she does have an Etsy shop, and she stocks her shop every Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Time. Set your alarms. So what she is known for is sugar sheep, which are like little cupcakes with sheep on top. And they have, like the very first one I got, I think had some donuts on top of the sheep, on top of the cupcake. And I don't know, it's really, really cute. She is known for that, but she also does kawaii, I think is how you say it, which is Japanese for cute. And that's when you like put these little cute faces, or one of the ways that you can do kawaii is to put those cute little faces on things. All that to say, this is a progress keeper. So it has my favorite clasp, which is the earring back, because it's so easy to get on your stitches, whether they're crochet or knitted. And then this is a little kawaii cupcake. And the cupcake has guacamole and onions and tomatoes and 2 little chips in the side, which I just thought was so super cute. And these are nice and lightweight, so while I probably wouldn't put it on a lace weight lace project, I definitely put it on my socks, no problem. Then the other progress keeper I got from Lindsay at Simply Serving is a Monster Book of Monsters, which is a Harry Potter reference. So there he is, the monster. He's got his teeth and his 3 eyes, and his tongue is sticking out. And this is a book that like bites, like it like eats up paper and stuff. I don't know. If you've seen the Harry Potter movies, then you have seen the Monster Book of Monsters. I think in the second book when, or maybe it's the third, whenever Hagrid becomes the Care of Magical Creatures teacher. That's what that's from. So Harry Potter, it always gets me. And those are handmade, by the way. If you go over to Lindsay's Instagram, she puts together videos of her making these polymer clay charms, and it's amazing, like all the work that goes into it. I ordered that, so I've been getting charms from progress keepers from Simply Serving for a little while now, and it takes some serious self-discipline not to buy them every week. But this is my first purchase from a new to me maker, and then also like friend, because she did a giveaway not too long ago, and that's Molly Klein Design. I have a pin that she sent me, which is so pretty. So Molly not only makes progress keepers, she also sews and makes like project bags and needle keepers, and she also dyes yarn, and she also designs patterns. And she's also having her first baby very soon. So Molly does literally everything. But I saw this really sweet, I love that she puts them on these cards. It makes it easy to show, huh? So this is just a little like kind of globe thing with loose glitter inside. Like that, I can shake up and the glitter all moves, which is so cool. And again, it's super nice and lightweight. So I am super excited to use that very soon. And then she also so sweetly sent me a needle keeper, or a needle minder. I don't know what these things are called, but it has Beauty and the Beast fabric. And it even has little rose fabric on the inside to match the theme. So what is so fun about this is if you have been following me for a little bit, in March, I went to Disney World and I brought my knitting with me. I brought socks, so I was using needles like this. And you know, they're a little threatening looking. Not to me because I know what they're for, but I guess to other people. And I had no problem for like the first 4 or 5 days while we were at Disney World. And then like midday one day when we'd been going in and out of parks already, I got stopped by security because of my knitting needles. So somebody said, you probably, if you had had one of these, you probably would have been let through, no problem. And so when Molly sent this to me, I said, thank you so much. This is gonna be perfect for when I sneak my needles, my knitting into Disney. And she said that's exactly what she was thinking. So I might have to YouTube this later, but I think you just put these like inside here. You can also do it for DPNs and then like snap things closed. I'm probably doing this wrong because this kind of, I could slide this out. Well, not that easily. Actually, look, I'm kind of pulling on this and they're not coming out. So that's great. So that will not only protect like any other bag that you have your needles in, but will also protect your sanity when you go to places like Disney World and want to bring your knitting. So thank you so much, Molly. That was so super kind. And I think I just got mohair in my lip gloss because what else? All right, guys, that is actually it for this week, which is crazy. I know it's super short, but I will be back to you next week, hopefully with another finished object, my sweater, maybe, and hopefully some other things to share and more of a brain. All right, thank you. Bye. Cover him.